Our investigation shows Spiller has ties to several cities in Texas, including Houston, Giddings, Galveston, and Boerne. Over his decade-long career in gymnastics, Spiller has coached and has ties in New Mexico, California, Hawaii, and Europe.
Even if the crime occurred outside of Kendall County, the Boerne Police Department will assist you in making a report to the appropriate jurisdiction. It does not matter when it may have occurred. No case is too old.
Now, Spiller began coaching back in the 70s. Therefore, investigators compiled several pictures of Spiller throughout his coaching career in hopes that victims might recognize the suspect and come forward with their stories. The family of murdered Fort Hood soldier Vanessa Guillen are feeling bittersweet today because earlier today, the only surviving murder suspect pleaded guilty today in a Waco courtroom. The family was told about the potential plea and showed up in court. Guillen, if you remember, was killed in April of 2020. Officials say that Aaron Robinson, a fellow soldier serving at Fort Hood, brutally killed her with a hammer on post. Guillen's remains were found 2 months later. And shortly after that, Robinson took his own life. And Cecily Aguilar is now accused of helping to dispose of the body.
It gives me some comfort knowing that she's admitting to what she did and she's not going to keep fighting us, but definitely it's not a closed case until the day of sentencing.
Aguilar faces up to 30 years in prison. A date for her sentencing has not been released yet. Caught on camera in Kerrville, police are turning to social media to try and find the person behind the wheel of a pickup as it rolled off with a trailer of scaffolding from a construction site. This happened on Friday. The scaffolding, by the way, has been recovered, but the stolen trailer, that has not. The truck is believed to be a black, early 2000s model Ford F-150 4x4. The trailer's license plate number is 022162K. If you know anything about this case that could help police get answers, you can call 1-830-257-8181. That's Kerrville PD. Now, one family is counting their blessings tonight. They were able to escape their apartment fire, and that is thanks to a 12-year-old girl. Isabela Aguirre told fire officials that the fire was near her bed at the Oak Hills Place apartments near Northwest Military and Lock Hill Selma. She was able to get her mother and uncle up in time to escape. When firefighters got there, they saw flames spewing out of the bedroom window and spreading to the loft and the building's attic. 10 people were displaced once that fire was stopped.
As long as we're out and everything, that stuff in there, it was just stuff that I liked. I could always replace it. I could always go buy new things. There's always a new thing, a new chapter could start anywhere.
And the fire destroyed everything except for a Bible and a box that contained memories of their late grandparents. Wow. Relief in Houston tonight. People there no longer need to boil their water before they drink it. The city was under a boil water notice after a power outage at a purification plant caused pressure to drop. As a result, several businesses and schools were closed yesterday and today. Now, city officials in Houston say the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality tested the water and determined that it is safe to drink. Now, back here at home, let's go outside. Meteorologist Sarah Spivey has a look at your forecast.
Well, good evening. A cold front is currently working its way through the panhandle of Texas. It'll be moving through San Antonio overnight, so we expect about a 20-degree temperature drop tomorrow. Waking up in the 40s with gusty winds up to 35-40 miles per hour. Sunshine all day, though, will warm up to 60 degrees, but it's going to be even colder later on in the week. Coming up on the Nightbeat, Adam Caskey is live with the Christmas lights in Windcrest, and he'll tell you all about how chilly it'll get in the next couple of days.
Can't wait to see those lights. All right, well, hopefully you didn't spend all your money yesterday on sales because today is Giving Tuesday, the annual day of giving. It's the 10th year for the campaign, which encourages people to donate to organizations in their community. And one of those organizations is hoping to benefit from Giving Tuesday is San Antonio Sports. They have an iPlay after-school program that aims to ignite students' love for sports while also teaching them life lessons.
My favorite part is we play in teamwork. I eat more healthy and it's fun.
Yeah, it sounds like fun. Students play tennis, volleyball. More than 60 elementary schools in San Antonio have that program. Every year for the holiday season, volunteers place wreaths on graves at Fort Sam Houston National Cemetery, but the nonprofit in charge of that says it may not have enough wreaths to cover every grave this year. The CEO of Senior Veterans Incorporated is now asking the public for donations to get as many wreaths as possible. They say right now only 80% of the graves are going to be covered. The deadline to donate is tomorrow. The wreaths are going to be placed on December 17th. If you want more information, head on over to KSAT.com. What's a Christmas without toys for kids, right? Well, the Louise Christmas Project is trying to make that happen. If you remember, the pandemic put the brakes on gift wrapping and Santa deliveries for the organization. But now, as Marilyn Moritz shows us, the seasonal workshop out at Port San Antonio is bustling and volunteers are extra busy.
Lift up. For a second grader, Autumn Threlkeld has mad elf skills.
You find the present and then you wrap the present.
She says the secret is in the tape. Autumn and her mom and all of these folks are helping Elf Louise deliver carefully wrapped Christmas magic to children whose families struggle to put much, if anything, under the tree.
I know a lot of parents that appreciate the little boost because this year's been really hard.
And this year, the Elf Louise Christmas Project is back at full hustle and bustle.
We kind of stepped back the 2 years of COVID, but we didn't change the basics. Children still got their presents.
But this year, Santa will make home deliveries again. They do still need some volunteers to wear the red suits, and volunteers are gathering again.
This is your family envelope.
It's a San Antonio tradition, 53 years in the making.
For a little perspective, the first Elf Louise back in 1969 was able to help 13 families. Now they have so many toys, they're going to be able to help more than 5,000 local families.
Families that will know a little extra joy thanks to the generosity of strangers and elves like Autumn.
I feel like I'm making kids happy all around the world and making sure they feel loved like others.
Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
She's adorable. That's really sweet. All right, just like that, we are out of time. The 9 at Night returns tomorrow. Have a lovely night.